You got a lot of people that like Pac because he can rap. I like Pac because of Pac, because of who he was. And if you look at it, is everybody now, since he's not around, everybody claims that they was great friends. Everybody do a show. Some artists knew him, but like Pac and Snoop at the end hated each other. And you could tell that by the simple fact that when Snoop did Dogfather, Pac was not on that one song. And Pac didn't like Dre. That would change the Death Row camp because of the jealousy of Tupac. Because Tupac is all of a sudden now, he's this major star, he getting all the light, he getting all the attention. So, you know, that, to me, you know, was childish on their part, but they can never feel the shoes that Pac filled. I walk into the light that he walked in.
Yes. Let's go back before New York. Because to be fair, I'm only interrupting you to be fair, because that beef between Pac and Snoop happened before New York. Right? This is how it happened. We were scheduled to do the Roseanne Barr show. Snoop and Pac had a dual single, Two of America's Most Wanted. He had already shot the video and done all of that. The song was off the charts. It was bumping. We were at the Penthouse in L.A. off of Wilshire. We were at the very top. Snoop had one wing, Pac had the other wing, meaning one side of that top building was Tupac's penthouse. The other side, when you came off the elevator, if you made a left, you would go to Pac's. If you made a right, you would go to Snoop's. Those were the only two penthouses up there. Snoop and Pac supposed to perform together the Roseanne Barr show. And Snoop was over at Pac's penthouse, and Pac and he were talking. He said, so you know what time you got to be there, and you're going to be there, and this and that, whoop, whoop, whoop. Snoop was like, yeah. Well, Snoop never showed up. So we had already gone to the rehearsal. Snoop supposed to show up for the rehearsal. He wasn't there. So we go back after the rehearsal to the penthouse. But before we went back, this is what was funny. Ice-T was at the rehearsal. And I think he was going to be part of hosting the show or doing something with them. And when we went back to the penthouse, all the way going back, Pac was irate, pissed off. And he was talking about Snoop. So, wow, you didn't come for the rehearsal. You lied, blah, 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 blah. Call your homeboys, Frank. Call your homeboys. My homeboys was Snoop's bodyguards, Kenneth and Marcus. So I called Kenneth up, and I said, Kenny, what's up, man? I go, Pac is like tripping, dude. Snoop didn't show up for the rehearsal. He goes, yeah, I know, because we still over in the penthouse. Because he said he wasn't going. And I said, what? But dude, he didn't show up for the rehearsal, man. What Pac gonna do? They supposed to perform. Pac did his parts and everything. I said, I don't know. He said he ain't going. So I say, Pac. And he said, Snoop said he ain't going. F that motherfucker. I was like, wow. What's up? This was like new. This was new. So when we go back that night, Pac and Ice-T hosted the show. They performed. And if you remember, if you saw it, they did a Karen Carpenter song. And they made a joke out of it. So Snoop and Pac didn't perform that night. And from that time on, that time forward, Pac was like done with Snoop. He like, this nigga turned on you. And if you look at any of the following couple of weeks went by, And when they went to the MTV Awards, if you look at any of the pictures, any of the footage of Pac and Snoop sitting there next to one another being interviewed by MTV, Snoop just is holding the mic, looking straight ahead with like no expression on his face at all. Pac is just like whoop, 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 whoop. Just interviewing and like going off. Snoop never said a word. He sat there like this nigga's little brother. I can't open my mouth. It's like gave all control over to Pac.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about? You gotta be a player in this game of life. Play this game to win. Gotta be on your P's and Q's. On point. At all times. Play